To understand the formation of the United Nations, we must first turn back the clock to the early 20th century. The world was reeling from the devastating effects of the First World War. In response, the League of Nations was established in 1920, with the noble aim of preventing such a tragedy from occurring again. However, the League, despite its lofty goals, was plagued with a host of problems. It lacked enforcement powers, was absent of key global players like the United States, and was unable to prevent the aggression of nations like Germany, Italy, and Japan in the 1930s. The failure of the League of Nations became starkly apparent with the outbreak of the Second World War in 1939. As the war raged on, leaders from the Allied nations began to discuss the need for a new global organization. In 1941, President Franklin D. Roosevelt of the United States and Prime Minister Winston Churchill of the United Kingdom signed the Atlantic Charter, expressing their vision of a post-war world where all nations would work together to maintain peace and security. 2 years later, in 1943, representatives from the United States, the Soviet Union, the United Kingdom, and China met at the Moscow Conference, where they pledged their commitment to establishing an international organization that would replace the League of Nations. The idea of the United Nations was officially born on January 1, 1942, when 26 nations signed the Declaration by United Nations, pledging their commitment to the principles of the Atlantic Charter and vowing to work together to defeat the Axis powers. The name United Nations was first proposed by President Roosevelt and was meant to signify the united front against the Axis powers during the war. The United Nations officially came into existence on October 24, 1945, after the Charter had been ratified by the 5 permanent members of the Security Council: the United States, the Soviet Union, the United Kingdom, China, and France, and a majority of the other 46 signatories. Since its inception, the United Nations has played a crucial role in maintaining international peace and security, promoting human rights, fostering social and economic development, protecting the environment, and providing aid to countries in need. In summary, the United Nations was born out of the necessity for international cooperation in the aftermath of 2 devastating world wars. Its formation marked a significant shift in global politics, from a world divided by national interests to one united by shared goals and principles. The journey to its formation, from the failed League of Nations to the signing of the United Nations Charter, is a testament to the resilience and determination of nations to work together for a better, more peaceful world.